violence. As I had told the court in chambers, Mr. Washington has an anger management problem. And unfortunately for him, when he gets angry, he also gets violent to other people. And again, he's been in trouble for it. I can share with the court that after this incident, and he started working with me, on his own, Mr. Washington reached out to Signature Health, and he started trying to get help. Now, obviously, that probably should have happened a while ago, but he has taken steps now to try to address this, specifically working on his anger management issues, his mental health issues. He's receiving medication at Signature Health for that. He's seeing a counselor for the anger management. Plus, my client is diabetic. He's type 2 diabetic. He was not taking care of that very well. I know when a person's blood sugar fluctuates, it can cause some mental problems as well, but he's been dealing with that. And while all that's been going on, he landed a job just right down the street from here, Your Honor, right from the court at Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. He's been working there pretty much full time. I mean, he works sometimes double shifts in a day, trying to keep himself busy. So he's employed. He's trying to address his issues. With regards to this incident, Your Honor, I know the court saw a video. You know, there's simply no excuse. The victim is his brother. They've argued in the past, and they were arguing this night. And as the court clearly saw, my client lost control and viciously attacked him and beat him. He's expressed to me his remorse. This is his brother, his flesh and blood. He's very sorry for what he did, and he knows that it's him, and he needs to work on him, which he's been doing. I'm hoping the court will consider a community control sanction in this case to allow Mr. Washington to continue working on himself, to better himself. I know his bond was revoked because he tested positive for marijuana. He was self-medicating with that. I know that's not helping his situation with regards to any psychological meds he's taking, but he's assured me if the court will consider community control that will not be an issue going forward. I know, again, he has a history, Your Honor, but I'm hoping the court will give him a short leash on probation, but give him just one chance to show the court that he can do what needs to be done and show the court that he can be a better person. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Washington, what do you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I just want to say that I understand and I take full responsibility for my action in this case with my brother. I do love my brother, and I wish I could take that back because it holds nothing but a heavy weight of regret on my shoulders. I want to say I actually look up to my brother, and this situation with us, I don't have him now. So it bothers me a lot because I can't look to him and I can't call him when things hit south. I also want to thank you for giving me the chance to actually imply all the things that I've changed for myself, to better myself in my situations, to become a better man and less of a menace to society. And with that, I thank you.
So what happened this night?
This night of the incident, we were at my mother's house, and she asked us to leave. Now, we left, but in the car, we had a female cousin with us. And for some reason, she was going wild. And all I was doing was, you know, it's my cousin, so I was playing with her. But for some reason, she jumped in the back seat and started, like, attacking me. Started pulling my hair, scratching me, kicking me in my face. And my brother was, like, grabbing me, telling me, like, to stop touching her. Like, I'm not touching her. She's doing this to me. And her sister climbed to the front. So in the midst of me telling her to stop, he starts telling me he's going to put me out. He's going to make me walk from where he at and all this other stuff. So I got out the car already upset because I felt like I was being attacked by two people.
All right, well, your brother got out, went over to talk to her, probably about 50 feet away, started to walk back in the direction of the car, and while he was carrying her, you popped him in the face and knocked him to the ground, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you went from the car over to him and punched him in the face, causing him to go to the ground, right?
Yes.
And at some point, you both end up at the side of the car between the pumps and the car and begin to argue again. You take off your jacket and you pop him in the face again, he goes right down. He didn't move for probably 30 seconds, it looked like to me. And then after he started to move, you kicked him in the area of the head, and then he laid there. So you went after him. It wasn't like you guys were jawing and you popped him. You went after him once and went after him again, and when he was down, kicked him in the head, causing a fractured orbital bone, I guess? So you got a whole bunch of these things. You got a number of these things. Why do you keep doing this?
To be honest with you, it's just because I try to stay to myself, and it seems like I can't stay to myself. I walked back to that car because I was trying to get my stuff to leave. But that woman jumped in the car and locked me out.
Okay. And then your cousin came back, or your brother, got the car open, and that's when you hit him again. So you were able to get your stuff, right? The door was open, car was open.
No, he wouldn't let me in.
Well, is that why you punched him again?
Yes.
Okay, but that doesn't really answer the question. This stuff's been going on. You got 2 other domestic violences, I believe. So why haven't you done something to change the way you act? Because you're violent. I mean, you are, right?
Yes.
So why haven't you done something to change the way you act?
Because every time I get the chance to do that, it never seems to go through. Because I'm always back in this position. It's making the wrong decisions.
So, Mr. Watson tells me you went to Signature. What'd you do there?
I was going for counseling. I can't remember the lady's name, but it was always I just use her to talk when something's going on. That way I don't like fluster up or get very agitated or upset with certain situations. So I talk to her, and then I was going for my diabetes. I went. She gave me my medication, metformin, and I've been going there for that situation since. Because the counseling is virtual, like on the phone. So it's just basically to have somebody to talk to when situations are not how I need them to be to make me feel like I need to be felt.
Where do you live?
I live on Argonne.
With who?
My little sister,
What's her name?
Mary Blair.
Anybody else live there?
My niece.
Okay, and when did you start working at KFC?
I want to say 4 or 5 months ago.
And what do you do there?
I'm a cook.
How often were you working there?
I was working 5 days a week, and on the weekends, half a day, so I guess you count it 6.
What medication did Signature prescribe for you?
Metformin, and the other one is, it starts with a D.
Depakote?
No, Depriflix or something like that.
Okay. So what are you taking that for? What is your diagnosis?
It's for my anger, bipolar, ADHD, and that's all.
Okay. So on top of that, how long have you been taking that medication?
This is what, my second dosage, so I want to say since March.
Is that injectable medication?
You said injectable?
Is that what it is, or are you taking
I
oral?
take it, it's a pill,
Okay, every day?
yes,
You taking it now?
yes.
When were you diagnosed with these conditions?
As a kid,
And how long you been being treated for this stuff?
for about a year now.
Okay, you had an attempted domestic violence in Cuyahoga that happened in February of '22. And you were put on probation there. What was the program you were supposed to complete there that you didn't complete?
It was 2 hours of I think that's called community service.
No, there was a program called DIET program. I don't know what that stands for.
I think diet program,
Why didn't you complete it?
because I started working
Started working where?
at Family Dollar. That was it was on Union Street when I stayed in 79th and Kansman.
Okay. So this happens exactly 3 years after that. What were the circumstances of that attempted domestic violence 3 years ago?
Someone was at my home, and since they was going through my phone, they attacked me. And the neighbor heard us in there arguing, so she took her side over mine. And the police just said, well, we just have to take somebody.
So the Cleveland police arrested you?
Yes, at my own home.
What is this disorderly conduct that was from a couple of months ago in Painesville?
I was with a friend, and for some reason, I wasn't, well, not for some reason, but I was on her car. And, you know, like just on the hood. And she was driving, so I guess the people in the area called the police. And since I didn't want it on her record, I just took it for myself. I asked the judge, if I just take it for myself, would you excuse her? And he said yes.
Ms. Blair, anything you want to tell me? You can stay seated if you want, it doesn't matter.
He's trying medicine and working. He's trying to make a change. He does have anger issues. That I can say. But he's trying to get it under control. With the signature health and the working.
Okay, anything else you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
All right, have a seat. Mr. Knopf?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state is asking that the defendant serve a term of 36 months in prison. The defendant has, at least between his adult and juvenile record, 3 separate domestic violences. He has previously served a prison term. He did violate his bonds for marijuana. In addition to that, he also violated his bond, but not that I was recalled for this, but by pleading guilty or picking up another criminal offense during the pendency of this case. He did cause serious physical harm to the victim, his brother, Savan, by fracturing his orbital bone. And again, he just has a history of violent offenses, Your Honor. So the state's asking for 36 months.
What's with the pot smoking?
I know it's not no excuse for that, But I got into a situation and I cut my hand open. In the midst of that, I just quick hit. But I know it's not an excuse, and I do apologize for it.
How'd you cut your hand open?
It was on the glass on the door, so I just was walking in a house, and as soon as I touched the glass to push the door open, it just straight opened my finger. So I went to a friend's house to get it bandaged up, and they were smoking, and I wanted to get the pain out, just to clear it out of my mind. I know there's no excuse for that, and I do apologize.
How old are you now?
30.
Excuse me, honey.
Yes.
Say one more thing. Jail, what I don't wanna see my son go to jail. I've never seen him work as hard as he has been to try to change. You know, he hasn't held a job as long as he has this go around. He hasn't tried to take medication. He hasn't tried to change his life around like he's tried this go around. He really hasn't tried to change like he has this go around. So, the thing that went corresponded between him and his brother, it really hurted. Like he said, they had left, when they left, they were fine. So, for that to happen, it was really a shock. Because when they left, they were laughing, they were joking.
When they left your house?
When they left my house, they were laughing, they were joking. The young lady, she was very competitive. I was really in shock when I heard what happened. And it hurts that they're at odds like they are now. So, it really is, it's a hurtful thing. That was.
Okay. All right, I reviewed the pre-sentence report. And I got a victim impact statement from your brother. And I've listened to what you have said, what your mother has said, what counsel has said. And I have considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. There is a presumption that a prison sentence should be imposed in this case. I'm going to find that you've overcome that. I'm going to place you on community control for 5 years. And a large part of this is your brother's statement to me. I'm going to order that you serve 45 days in jail with credit for 30. You're to have no drugs or alcohol except the drugs you're prescribed to take. So no more pot. You'll be screened. You're going to complete the decision points program through probation and follow their recommendations. Is the only doctor you see at Signature? Or do you go to other doctors?
That's the only doctor.
All right, so that's the only doctor you can go to? Only that doctor, only one dentist, only one pharmacy for all your prescription medication? If for some reason you need to go to another doctor, tell your probation officer so we know where you're going. Take your medication as is prescribed, sign releases for probation so they can get your records, continue with your mental health treatment through Signature Health. Follow their recommendations. No contact for the time being with your brother. Get a valid driver's license. Have you ever had a license? Figure out what you gotta do and get one.
I had my temporary.
All right, wait, then get it. Maintain full employment, pay the costs and supervision fees. Anything else, Derek? You understand all the terms?
Yes.
Any question about the terms?
No.
Now, Mr. Watson suggested I place you on a short lease, meaning no room for error. You understand that?
I understand.
Okay? Because if you violate, and I find that you violated, there's a potential 60-month prison sentence. You understand that?
I understand.
And if that happens, then when you get out, you'll be on post-release control under the parole authority, and they'll have conditions on you. So you you've got 2 of these in your past. The last one 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. Now this one. This shit's got to end at some point. If it doesn't, you'll just be in and out of prison the rest of your life.
I understand.
So it seems like you're doing something different this time, working, getting attention to your mental health. So if you keep doing that, then you'll have a chance to get out of this cycle that you've been in. And if you follow through, maybe you won't come back. But if you don't, you're going to come back. You know you're going to come back. And it's going to get worse every time you come back, starting the first time you come back here. You understand that?
I understand.
Anything else, Mr. Knopf?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I got one question.
Yeah.
What is DTP? That's what he said. The program.
Decision points.
What's that?
I'll tell you.
Mr. Watson, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Rep.